Do you love Final Fantasy XI? Did you used to love Final Fantasy XI? Have you always wanted there to be a classic 75 era server that was high quality, easy to install? Well, guess what? It's here, baby. Horizon 11 is the Final Fantasy XI 75 era server. It is the highest quality I've ever seen, and we're going to talk about all the features, everything it has, the future of the server, and it's super popular. It's the best time to jump into Final Fantasy XI. I have links in the description down below if you're already sold, but please hear me out. It is a 75 era server. It comes with the base game, Zilart, and Chains of Promathia. Here's the really interesting part about this server, though, is that they are planning on keeping the game feeling classic and keeping it at level 75, but also still releasing expansions in the future. Now, how are they going to keep it with that 75 era? Well, that's to be seen. But from what I gather and from the research I found, even as the new expansions are released, they want to stay a group-focused MMO. So in other words, no trusts, none of the things that kind of push Final Fantasy XI to be a solo-friendly game up until in-game at least. They are going to keep it group-friendly and introduce things that are more horizontal as far as progression goes, since they're not planning, at least at this time, to go above the level cap of level 75. So a lot of tweaks and things. Now, I believe they can pull it off because the tweaks they've already done for the launch of Horizon 11 for Final Fantasy 11 is completely insane. Let's hop into it. Now, I want to also talk about they have over 100 volunteer members on the Horizon 11 team. It's very professional, and you can tell there was a lot of love and care went into it. For example, they did some tweaks to gear that was underutilized. Now, there's also some of that more epic kind of drops that are still in the game, still just as awesome as ever, but there was a lot of gear that just was out there in the game that really didn't have a good use, and they found ways to make it better. Now, they've also done some changes to mob camps. Number one, it was necessary because this server is completely insanely popular. Over 4,000 people are online at the time of this recording, and at any given time I've checked, it's super popular, and that's online concurrent at a time. So very good for a launch of a private server. Performance of the server is really great. Even with all the people running around doing things, it ran buttery smooth. Now, I will say that I did get stuck one time while zoning, and the game crashed one time, but that was within 6 hours of playing on the server, and I did get that one issue, so not bad. Now, another thing that I noticed was that the soundtracks in the game have been updated. They seem higher fidelity. You really have to experience to understand what I'm saying, but they are the same songs. They're just higher quality recordings, it sounds like. Probably taken from, if I had to guess, a soundtrack or something of that nature that was done later on. Now, a very exciting feature for Horizon 11 is no Playonline. It's an easy install, easy setup. Things like getting your controller to work. You used to have to go into this separate config file and set everything up, and to be honest, it was a little janky. It hardly worked. It would work, but it was kind of a pain. All the settings are built into the launcher. When you open up the launcher for this game, there is a settings gear. You click that, absolutely everything is in there. The add-ons that you normally have to download separately and etc. All that is built right into Horizon 11. It is the easiest way to play Final Fantasy 11 I have ever seen. Just get the launcher. It will download the files you need for the game. It will do everything you need. It will have everything you need built into that launcher, which is a huge upgrade from Final Fantasy 11, and really, to be honest, just makes Square-Enix look like clowns with how simple everything is here and easy to use. And I have no idea why Square-Enix wouldn't do the same after all these years and the ridiculous install for Playonline for new players. I mean, I went through it with a bunch of people recently. It was a catastrophe. It's insane. Setting up Playonline on official Playonline with Final Fantasy XI is the worst install in history of gaming, in my opinion. And that has all been resolved on on Horizon, which makes it super easy for people who've always wanted to play. Now, I want to say this because we're talking about new players. I honestly do believe that Final Fantasy XI was 100% built to be played with the controller. Even if you normally play with mouse and keyboard, Final Fantasy XI plays so much better with the controller, and for new players, I highly recommend giving that a go. Now, I want to also talk about the hype and the excitement on the Horizon 11 Final Fantasy XI server. It just is, there's tons of players, tons of grouping. It really does feel like the launch of Final Fantasy XI, or back when I played it back in the day, except to be honest, I have never played on a server this popular with 4,000 people concurrent on at a time. To be honest, I have never played Final Fantasy XI at a point that it was this popular, where there's this many people, where the auction house is booming, man, and prices are still extremely low because the server just launched back in December 2022. So it's still a lot of low-level people, a lot of people selling regular things at very normal prices. Nothing has gotten inflated yet. It's really just an excellent time to jump in. Now, I do feel like with the quality of Horizon 11 and how good it is and how enjoyable it is and how this is really the best experience I've ever had with Final Fantasy XI, I do have to ask, why didn't Square-Enix do this for their anniversary? I think a lot of people, me included, really expected a big announcement like a classic server or a relaunch of Final Fantasy XI in some way that was substantial, getting rid of Playonline, updating the game for new players, things that would attract new people to play, maybe even a deal where if you pay for Final Fantasy XIV, you get Final Fantasy XI just to boost player count. I expected something, and we got really a whole lot of nothing. We got some cool interviews and things like that, but then Horizon 11 really stepped up and saved the day just in time, I feel like, at the end of 2022 to launch Horizon was just an excellent idea. And what a quality server, guys. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the members of Napalm. They have strapped on their armor and are casting the spells of awesome by supporting this channel and keeping me full-time every month. Thank you so very much. And I think you are interested in becoming a member. You can do so by clicking join down below this video and pick a level that is right for you. And I would like to give a very special thank you to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, Jared Woodhouse, Daimlos, Farthest Reach, Sparrow, Christopher Hensel, Random Rob, Zelik Lid, Rotten Yo Mom, Vander, Gallery Moonsong, What's the Takeaway, Trips, Daniel Cordley, Richard Glass, and Remy D. Thank you for your highest tier membership. If you love or ever loved Final Fantasy XI, you have absolutely got to play on Horizon 11. It is going to blow your mind, and it really does step right in the face of all the naysayers who said nobody's going to play Final Fantasy XI Classic. Nobody wants to group. It takes too long to get a group. Blah, blah, blah. You were wrong, because people are grouping. They're having a good time. It's a stupid popular server. For a private server, over 4,000 concurrent players. That's insane. And keep in mind, there's not multiple servers, there's only the one Horizon 11 server that's doing all these features, so you have got to check it out. I've got links in the description. Go check out Horizon 11. Now, as you know, I'm heavily invested in Dark Age of Camelot right now with my guild. I will still play Horizon 11 because it's fantastic, because I love this game, but I'm not going to no-life it. So if you're interested in trying it, etc., this is one of my favorite MMOs ever. It really is the Japanese version of EverQuest, so it's not... If you liked EverQuest, it's highly likely you'll like Final Fantasy XI, but it is quirky, it is different, but in my opinion, in a very good way. Check it out, it's worth it. Big shout out to the team that made this server, because to be honest, this is the best experience you could ever have with Final Fantasy XI. I would say it's even better than it was back in the day. This is it, baby. This is the ultimate time to play this game. So go check it out. Guys, I hope you liked the video. Please hit subscribe if you are new here, because we do cover MMORPGs all day, every day. And also, please hit that like button for me. It helps other people find the video and tells YouTube, hey, I like this video. And guys, until next time, my friends, God bless and happy gaming.